Hello everyone and welcome to WAW Watch Along Wrestling. I'm your host Scott Lewis. Episode 4 is coming at you here in just a little bit as we take a look at one of the best wrestlers in WCW history, probably just in history period. And I'm talking about the one and only, the icon, Sting, as we take a look at some of his 1997 matches with Hulk Hogan and then into his 1998 run from a couple of pay-per-views there. My son, Gavin, is going to be joining us today.
Let's get ready to rumble!
And as you can see, he's going to be the fireball of the bunch so far. So we're going to have a good time today. We're going to watch, I think, 6 matches of Sting. And so we'll get going here after the break. If you haven't already, go ahead and fire up your Peacock. The first episode we're going to do is Starrcade 1997. And the time cue is 2 hours, 20 minutes, and 43 seconds. Of course, that's Hulk Hogan versus Sting. And for the WCW World Heavyweight title. And we'll give him a little context of what's going on that episode when we come back from the break. Hey guys, you've heard me talk about the Academy Roleplay with Officer Messer and Banhammer. But to be honest, there are so many other great streamers inside that community as well. Now they call it the City. But inside the City, there's people like Bobby Ray Gray, Trooper_Slivers, X Smithers, Decipher, Courtesy Flush 32, and so many more amazing streamers inside that city. Look them up on Twitch. Just type in the Academy Roleplay once you go to twitch.com. And if you ever need a break from life or just want to relax and forget about everyday stuff, trust me, all these amazing content creators, all these amazing men and women will do just that. Together they have built a community that is simply amazing. They are fun, loving, caring, and basically just a family. Believe me, they'll treat you just such as well. Check them out again, like I said, twitch.com, and type in the Academy Roleplay, and all those great streamers will pop up for you. And welcome back to WAW Watch Along Wrestling. All right, so this, I'm going to show you a couple pictures, and I apologize, you're going to hear the mouse click, guys. So this is Sting. So this is how Sting was. Flat top hair, colorful face paint.
I thought Sting always had the emo look.
No, see, so that's a lot of people kind of think that. But Sting, he went from this is what they call the Surfer Sting. And then some stuff happened in WCW where a group of guys called the NWO came in.
New World Order.
Exactly. Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall.
Yeah, I've seen you playing in 2K games.
Yep, exactly. So then Sting became this guy right here. And then that turned into that. And that turned into what we see now, which is this Sting, this different versions of his face paint.
His face paint didn't cover his actual mouth. It was kind of weird.
Like the just around the eyes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's my favorite Sting.
When it
out of
was
all of them.
black and white, I prefer full face.
Yeah. So and the full face Sting was great. So what happened is when those guys came in. At one of the pay-per-views called Fall Brawl, which is 2 cages, 2 rings, they thought that Sting had turned bad and went with the NWO. And the NWO had a fake Sting. So for over a year, Sting, he came out on Nitro one night and told everybody, you can stick it. I'm done. You've turned your back on me, all that stuff. So for over a year, he didn't wrestle. He was up in the rafters. Just looking down, watching stuff, and then he would start coming down from the rafters, helping out here and there for WCW. So this match is Sting versus Hulk Hogan. That's the first time in over a year that Sting wrestled. This was WCW's biggest pay-per-view ever to date.
I'd imagine he'd be pretty rusty at...
Yeah, well, that's one thing you're going to notice, too, is his size is different. He was bigger, but being gone for over a year, he kind of shrunk a little bit. He wasn't as big muscled.
I thought he'd be skinny like a twig.
Yeah, well, he's a lot smaller, but so we're going to get this ready to go, guys. Again, 2 hours, 20 minutes, and 43 seconds is the time cue. And I tell you what, Gavin, why don't you count us down from 3? So you're going to go 3, 2, 1, play. You don't have to go that fast, so go ahead.
3, 2, 1, play.
So
he has a nice intro.
Yeah, well, this is Hulk Hogan. So this is Hogan's intro.
Yeah.
The NWO music, I love that music.
Yeah. tall is he?
Hogan?
Yeah.
He was probably 6'4", 6'5", something like that.
Dang, he must be heavy with muscle to be 275.
Yeah, well, he's a big guy. I mean, Hogan now is not as tall. He's had a lot of back surgeries.
Yeah.
So he's not as big now.
But he was a big old boy.
Yep. So I don't know how much you've seen of it, but which Hogan do you like better? The NWO black and white bad guy Hogan or the WWE, WWF red and yellow good guy Hogan?
I prefer NWO.
The NWO?
Yeah.
I do too. Hogan was great as a bad guy.
It was also great as a good guy.
Yep.
I think everyone in their own world is a good guy.
You think everybody in their own world is a good guy?
Yeah, they think they fight for what they think is right.
Oh, yeah. So that belt that he came...
Was he arguing with the ref?
No, probably not. The referee could have been telling him something. He just made it look like he was arguing with him. He's just probably telling him.
Oh, for the story.
Yeah, just telling him, okay, when he comes out, we're going to do this.
Bro thinks he's the Shadows. He just slowly faded away.
Yep. And Sting kind of is more like an Undertaker type character. I mean, he's not the dead man or anything like that. Let's listen.
This intro is a lot better.
Yeah, let's listen to this intro real quick.
From the ashes of the once great man has risen a curse, a wrong that must be righted. We look to the skies for a vindicator, someone to strike fear in the black hearts of the same man who created him. The battle between good and evil has begun. Against an army of shadows comes a dark warrior, the purveyor of good, with a voice of silence and a mission of justice. This is Sting.
Kind of reminds me of it anyways.
Reminds you of the kid from Sixth Sense?
Yeah, the one that said, I see dead people. Not like us just started playing in my head.
So there's a lot of stories that goes on with this
Yeah, he's
pay-per-view.
a lot skinnier than normal.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stories that go on with this pay-per-view. So behind the scenes, they were going back and forth on how the match would go. And they said, like, Sting's mind just wasn't here. It wasn't in the match. So Hogan supposedly said that he's not going to lose to Sting and all this, which he does. But
a lot of wrestlers change their outfits a fair bit over the years.
Yeah, they keep it fresh. And they've got to change to keep up with the time.
Yeah. Can you make it a little bit louder?
Oh, you can't hear it?
I can, just not that well. Just like yeah.
Is that better? Now, see, me as a kid in 1997, I was a big WCW fan. I wasn't a big WWF guy. So we watched this on pay-per-view.
I mainly just watch Raw.
Yeah.
With you sometimes. And also Royal Rumble, wherever it comes.
Yep, the Royal Rumble you watch that, and sometimes SummerSlam.
The Bianca Belair win was kind of unfair, just whipping all of her opponents with her hair.
Yep.
Get back to work.
What are you laughing at? Hogan's hair?
Yeah. That was just unexpected. Is that a wig or...
No, it's his hair.
Did he shave off the top or something?
No, he just went bald.
No, he went balding. I don't know. Some of his hair looks like an extension.
Yeah, like right there where the little bend is.
Yeah.
That's just where his bandana was.
Yeah. There's some fat guy in the audience just flipping him off.
Yep. Talking about fat people.
A lot of people in the back of the audience are a lot more hyped than the ones in the front. Just like in the 2K games.
Yep.
The ones in the front are just like dead.
Yeah.
On the inside. Huh.
At the highest your chair goes up.
Yeah.
You're good. You're in frame. You're good.
I was just seeing what brand it was.
What?
My headphones.
Oh, your headphones?
I forget a lot.
So fans have waited for over a year for this match, so the hype for this match was huge.
That was just a fake punch right there. That was the most obvious fake punch. It like gave him a haircut. It only took like 5 shots till his makeup is messed up.
Yep. So back then, wrestling, you could not go anywhere without seeing NWO shirts, Sting shirts, Austin 316 shirts. They were everywhere.
Isn't Hollywood Hulk Hogan like a different character in the 2K games?
No, it's Hollywood Hogan. Hulk Hogan.
Oh. That was just the most dramatic role ever. It's like me on the trampoline when everyone's on one side and I just start rolling. I can't stop.
Yep. So, what we'll do, we'll watch all these matches, and we'll get your thought. Which one was your favorite? Which one you didn't like?
Sting was like amused with that push, though.
Mm-hmm.
He was like... I'm gonna take these off. They kind of hurt.
You're good. Hogan has some of the weirdest sounds.
Yeah. He sounds like the 60s Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the one that was like spray painted on.
Are you talking about the Incredible Hulk?
Yeah, the one that like had spray paint all over him.
Yeah.
That Sting kick was like a missed kick, though. I could see that gap. That was like 2 inches away.
So critical.
It was certainly a lot faker in the 90s.
No, wrestling actually in the 90s and stuff was actually more physical, really, as far as their kicks and their punches. They hold
Yeah,
back.
but a lot of them, they don't hit. Like, they go beside their head.
Oh, like now they pull back. They don't go as hard now.
And also, it's very rare to see blood now.
Yep.
Either way, when you see blood, they just cut their head.
Yeah. And nowadays, I mean, the wrestlers now are more athletic than the wrestlers back then, too.
I could only imagine. They grew up in a time where smoking was recommended. He sounds like an old man just toppling over. Oh.
Hogan here is probably, I don't know, maybe in his late 40s.
He looks a lot older than that.
That's because of his hair. And he always has a tan, so it makes him look older.
Yeah. And also he has a lot of wrinkles, like on his face.
Yeah, that's tanning.
Yeah. Why is his head so veiny? His massive forehead. I just saw a massive vein like right here.
Yeah. See, if you watch wrestling for what it is, forget that it's predetermined and all that stuff. It's just an action movie is all it is.
Yeah.
And the referees even tell a story. If you watch them, they're the referee.
Favorite part of
reacts
2K
big.
games is still punching the referee though. Imagine expecting a full hair of head, and after he took off his hat, just seeing that.
Did you just say a full hair
Like a-
head?
Yeah, a full hair head. A full head of hair. And then you just see that after he takes off his hat.
There was a pay-per-view probably this year in '97.
He has like a bruise on his temple.
Yeah.
Was that from the previous match?
Oh, I don't know. There's a match between him and Randy Savage in '97 at Halloween Havoc. He comes out with a wig on, Hogan does, and it's like spiked hair and stuff, and Randy holds it and hits him, and he falls and pulls the wig off. And
What was the match where he got hit by like a snake?
Randy Savage?
No, what was the match? I thought Hogan was the one who got hit with the snake.
No, he got bit by the cobra.
Yeah.
That was Randy Savage and Jake Roberts.
I've literally never heard of Jake Roberts in my life.
Yeah, Jake the Snake Roberts. We can watch some of his stuff too. He was great. He had real good psychology in the ring. He knew what to do, when to do it, how to do it.
Yeah.
He was a good storyteller.
I feel like Sting would be pretty good in like in actual wrestling.
You mean like amateur wrestling?
Yeah. Not amateur, like professional.
Well, this is professional wrestling.
Yeah, fair enough. Wrestling at a school is definitely amateur.
Yeah.
After like 15 minutes, he's already sweating buckets.
Oh, you got these big guys that are 200-300 pounds.
Yeah,
and
fair enough.
They're underneath all the lights, and
He is like 280 pounds.
Mhm.
He's a big old boy. The referee is just standing there.
Yep. They try to, get them to follow the rules and stuff like that, but
Are they supposed to stay in the ring?
technically, and the
It's a lot more entertaining if they don't.
yeah, and the referee will count, 1, 2, and give them a 10 count. If they roll in and roll back out, it restarts the 10 count. So,
It's been a lot more than 10 seconds.
oh yeah.
That probably hurt.
I venture to say, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm I'm pretty sure a member of the crowd was like pushing him right there.
He may have been. Crowds back here, and it started because of the NWO. They would start throwing stuff in the ring. They throw the drinks, and I mean, if they had a battery, they throw it. Like there's
imagine someone throwing a chair in the crowd.
It happened.
That'd just be funny. Imagine it just whamming someone's head.
So in a place called ECW, they piled chairs in the ring on top of guys. Like the fans were throwing them in the ring. There was 100 chairs in there.
It'd be funny if Hogan just starts beating him up with a table.
I don't know that Hogan's ever
That's
said
my
the table
favorite
up.
weapon, the table.
Oh, in the video game?
Yeah. Also, a good move, they could just drop kick you from the table. And the ladder.
Yep.
That'd probably hurt. Imagine getting drop kicked by a 280-pound man from a ladder.
Yep. So that's the start. That's Hogan's finishing stuff. Is the big boot and the leg drop. See, they messed up the finish. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Was the round over there, or
the match? Yeah. Technically, the match is over. They messed.
I didn't know if he actually got to 3.
Yep.
Or if he bust out before then.
So this is Bret Hart. Bret Hart was in WWF, and he really actually got screwed out of his title. So they took the title away before he left to come here. And so that's kind of what the story they're trying to tell is that they're screwing Sting, but the finish got messed up.
Bret Hart is just trying to make the match go on longer. I feel bad for the ref, though.
Yep.
Just getting punched in the face for doing your job. So, I mean...
And here comes some of the NWO out.
So there's a gang of people just coming after him.
Yep.
It's like in Red Dead, you know, in the final boss with Micah, where he just walks off with bullets in his head.
All right, listen how loud the fans get when he wins this.
Yeah.
Listen to him.
Is Hogan having a seizure or something?
No, he's trying not to turn. He's just acting. He's been dramatic. Listen.
I'm pretty sure Sting broke his neck there, though. The way he just winged into him.
Mm-hmm.
Just slowly crawling out. That's both a legitimate and an illegitimate win.
Yeah, technically, the match should have been over. I mean...
Yeah, but it was already determined for him to win, so...
Yeah.
They had to make it happen some way or another.
Yep.
Me personally, I think it just made it interesting.
So Sting is the World Heavyweight Champion. He holds the belt for just a couple of days, and they kind of take it away from him. They strip him of the title because of the screw up at the finish. So then him and Hogan have another match in, I think, February, where Sting wins it again. So he regains the world title. So
How did they screw up the finisher?
So they didn't, when they were talking backstage on how the finish should go, things got mixed up. And so they just didn't know what the finish was going to be. And so the referee messed up and he actually counted 3 when he shouldn't have. So. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to be going to WCW Uncensored. That is going to be Uncensored 1998. So Uncensored 1998 is going to be Sting versus Scott Hall for the WCW World Heavyweight title. And again, when we come back, we'll give him a little bit of context on this match, and we'll get going.
Do you tell them what time to skip to?
Yes, when we come back from the break, we'll tell them what time. We'll be back. Hey everybody, listen up. We here at WAW, we talk about a lot of wrestling. But we don't only watch and listen to wrestling and wrestling podcasts, we also enjoy a good horror podcast. Look up the girls at Talk Scary to Me podcast with the Halloween franchise stars Danielle Harris and Scout Taylor Compton. Talk Scary to Me podcast, pretty much nothing is off limits. Everything goes, from horror, sex, love, true crime, and so much more. Follow them on Instagram and find their podcast wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. All right, guys, welcome back to WAW Watch Along Wrestling. We are getting knee deep here with Sting 1997 with Hogan at Starrcade. You had something you wanted to say about the Starrcade match.
The one thing that bothered me in the Starrcade was the fact that the ref didn't actually count to 3 seconds. He just counted to 3.
So, yeah, they don't have to go like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. They don't have to. It's just 1, 2, 3. But that's what,
like the same chances of Sting winning as 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. And so that's what was supposed to happen, actually. When Hogan was winning there, the referee's supposed to fast count it. And he didn't. So that's why Sting didn't kick out. As he eats a Slim Jim on camera. Good job. I don't know what it is about the Slim Jims. I guess my kids like them. All right, so.
It's like the same logic as beef jerky.
Yep. WCW Uncensored 1998. The time cue is 2 hours, 1 minute, and 23 seconds. Again, 2 hours, 1 minute, and 23 seconds. It is Sting defending the WCW World Title against a man named Scott Hall. In the video games you play, he's Scott Hall, and then they have a Razor Ramon, so it's the same guy. So, Scott Hall won a 3-ring battle royal.
Wasn't that the person that Carson played?
Maybe. Yeah.
And then you said he was like an announcer or something, and you wouldn't want to play him?
No, that was somebody else. So, Scott Hall wins a match. It's 3 rings, and it's 60 men. So it's called a 3-ring World War III was the name of the pay-per-view. The winner becomes the
There'd be a lot more than 60 men in World War III.
Yeah. It becomes the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight title. So now he's getting his shot at the world title. All right, you want to count us down again?
To 3?
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, play.
3, 2, 1, play!
All right. And this is not a long match at all, so.
What did that say? Survey says next chair.
So, yeah, Scott Hall would come out, and he would always go, "Hey, yo, it's survey time." And he would ask the people, "How many of you come here to see WCW?" And then he'd say, "Or the NWO," and the place would go nuts. Do you know who that is?
Scott Hall.
You know who the other guy is?
Is that Dusty Rhodes?
That's the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, baby.
Time to get funky like a monkey up in here, baby.
So you know some of it, yeah.
Survey says, Sting, you're dead. I don't know. I think he's still breathing. That's just me personally.
Yeah. So this is one thing I didn't like is Dusty Rhodes joining the NWO. It was
He
weird.
joined the NWO?
Yeah.
Was he a retired wrestler then?
Yeah, he was an announcer, actually, yep.
Yeah.
He was announcing on the match before that we watched.
I didn't hear him any.
Yeah, you did. You just didn't recognize his voice.
Oh. Must not have a very good impression of him then.
Dusty was hilarious on announcing. He was really funny.
Did I just see Hermione Granger in the crowd?
No. It was a big deal to be on camera back then. People would go nuts.
Yeah. One of the girls there, she was like dead. She either looked like she was straight from the 60s or the 90s. I can't tell which.
Why, just by her hairdo?
Yeah. with the guy on her top right, just sit with his hands up.
Yep.
I'm gonna stretch my legs a little.
You're good. Yeah. If you want to stand up, you can. Just don't unplug yourself.
Yeah. My headphones aren't that long.
Now, Scott Hall has never been a major world heavyweight champion. He's won other belts, but he never was a world heavyweight.
Was he a heavyweight at all? Or?
Yeah.
He looks like he'd be a midweight. I don't know all the weights.
I mean, it really doesn't. I mean,
all I know is cruiserweight, heavyweight, and super heavyweight.
Yeah, that's all there was, and they really didn't matter. I mean, the only thing that mattered really was the heavyweights and super heavyweights couldn't wrestle for the
Yeah, Dusty Rhodes.
cruiserweight.
I just saw him. He definitely was talking about getting funky like a monkey.
And Scott Hall was another one that was great.
What is he doing? Just yanking his arm?
That right there?
Yeah, he was just yanking his arm up and down
Yeah,
like a child.
Yeah, like trying to pull it, like he's trying to pull it out of socket. Is what he was acting like he was doing.
It didn't look like he was pulling outwards. He looks like he was just waving your arm up and down like a child. Just. I can't tell if that's an actual hit or if the referee's just bumping the bottom of the ring.
So watch Scott Hall. He's doing two things when he does it. He stomps on the ring.
He stomps.
And then he's smacking his leg to make it sound like he's hitting. Watch his. So if he hits him with his right hand.
That doesn't sound like an actual smack.
So yeah, it does.
Like that big of a thud, it doesn't sound like an actual smack.
See,
it sounds like you face planted the ground.
So when they do, anytime they punch and stuff, they both are stomping. It's just to add to the effect.
It doesn't sound like an actual smack though. It just sounds like you face planted the ground. I don't think Scott Hall is good. I do not think he's good right now.
No, right now.
He looks like he was just passed out for a second.
Yep. Scott was great. He was smooth. He could tell a good
Why is
story.
Dusty Rhodes just hugging him?
He's not. He's just like checking on him and giving him advice what to do next. That's what a manager does.
Yeah. I thought he was an announcer.
He is, but here he was a manager.
He looks like he was mad at him.
Mm-hmm. So Scott made it look real, like you. It made it look like he just took his head off.
Dusty Rhodes looked like, hey, keep your feet off the merchandise. He looked offended, professionally offended, when he almost hit his face.
Yeah.
I mainly look for the minor details in the match.
Okay. Point it
like
out.
in the background.
Oh, you're talking about the fans and stuff?
I have genuinely no clue what the referee is yapping about.
You won't. I mean, the only thing you'll really understand is him saying no or Like he was doing that, like telling him, open his hand, no closed fist.
I can see a cameraman down there.
Yep.
To the left. Yeah, there are a lot of cameramen just standing on the outside.
Yeah. That's one thing I didn't like about WCW is the cameraman that's standing on the apron to the side there.
Dusty looks bored. That wasn't his face. That was either his hair or just the ground.
What?
When he stomped his head.
Oh no, he got him in the face.
It don't look like it. It looked like it was his hair or the ground.
So watch Scott, when he hits him, watch Scott's left hand. Wow.
What was he doing? Just...
Thumbed him in the eyeball. He poked him in the eye.
Oh. He looks like he passed out for a second there. He just...
I guess if you got hit there, you would too. Especially with a headbutt.
No, the way he fell.
Mm-hmm.
He just slowly... And the referee's just popping a squat.
Yeah.
His jeans are way above his waist.
Yes. Mark Curtis is the referee. He's from around here. I've seen him a lot local stuff. Here comes old Dusty.
He looks like he's from the 1800s. The way he just got the... Dusty's just dancing on their... Yep, that definitely hurt.
Now, you can't tell me the referee didn't feel that big old man hitting that mat.
Yeah. Dusty was just break dancing on their graves and he jumped on Sting. I feel bad for Sting. That's a broken rib right there.
Yep. Yeah, because Dusty was a big guy.
He's a big old boy. A lot of the masks they look like they're homemade. Like, they look kind of weird.
You talking about the fans are wearing?
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't the best things back then. I had one of those.
Yeah, it's like O, O, and O for
Yeah.
the eyes and the mouth. Like, they were not made they were not made very well.
No, they sold them for like $15.
Yeah, I can only imagine. It's like one of those cheap costume masks with the string in the back.
If I had kept all my wrestling stuff when I was a kid and a teenager, it'd be worth some money.
My PS3 probably isn't worth crap anymore.
No.
It's partially damaged.
There
I
we
thought
go.
it'd be worth more since it's like...
Watch Dustin. Watch.
Is he just having a seizure?
That's what it looks like.
What was that? He was doing the duck lips for a second. Sting is just dragging the referee back in. Did Scott Hall just black out?
No, he fell on him.
How is that a pin?
Yeah, all you have to do is you can have one finger on them. That's all you need.
So you just hold a finger on them and then they're done for.
No, I'm just saying that as long as you've got that finger on there, you can count. As long as their shoulders are down and you've got a finger on them, the referee will count.
And also, he was just laying on his arm.
Mm-hmm.
You know the weird pin in 2K where they do the just roll around? How would that be considered a pin? Since their shoulders are typically like sideways.
You'll have to show me if there's one on here what you're talking about. I think you're talking about a schoolboy roll up, but
yeah, where they just curl up into a
All right,
ball
here we
together.
go. 1, 2, and 3. Sting beats Scott Hall, and now
Scott
Dusty.
Hall had like terrible stamina. He was passing out after every punch.
He's just making it look good.
Yeah.
He made Sting look like he was a big force to reckon with.
Sting's makeup is like always tearing up at the forehead.
Yeah, that's because he's sweating, and that's where they punch them. That's where they'll push right there too.
It's like clawing at makeup.
Yep. All right. So Sting just beat Scott Hall for the WCW World Title, or not to retain the World Title rather.
That was only 13 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't long at all. It wasn't a long match. All right, so this next one is going to be WCW Monday Nitro Season 4, Episode 12. Gavin, I tell you when our dog's barking.
Yeah.
So right here, I want you to read that, the time cue. What's the time cue they need to be at?
38 minutes and 7 seconds.
38 minutes and 7 seconds. WCW Monday Nitro, March the 23rd, Season 4, Episode 12. And we'll be right back after this break. Hey, are you looking for the latest in horror and action movie news? Then join Mike and Jay with We Watched a Movie.
Oh, did you feel? You didn't even feel it, huh? Oh my God, I am fucking. Oh, Dark Loomis's place.
You can follow them on Instagram, YouTube, Patreon, Spotify, and more. Just Google We Watched a Movie and enjoy as their 20-plus year friendship comes to life as these two crazy guys explore the movie world with watch-alongs, comedy skits as Michael Myers and Dr. Loomis, movie news, and much more. Again, that's We Watched a Movie with Mike and Jay. And welcome back to WAW. If you've not got it brought up already, go ahead and bring up WCW Monday Nitro, Season 4, Episode 12, March the 23rd, 1998. This is going to be Sting versus Diamond Dallas Page for I think it's for the World Heavyweight title. Sting is the champion.
Yeah.
So I tell you what, you want to give him the time cue?
Yeah. 38 minutes and 7 seconds.
Yep. 38 minutes and 7 seconds is where we're going to be at. All right. You want to count us down?
You can do it.
You want me to do it? No, get your headphones. All right, we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, play. Now, this is my favorite wrestling stage, is this right here, Nitro. I love the look of it.
I like that stage, too.
Yeah.
There are a lot of stages that aren't that good.
Nowadays, they don't even have them.
Don't they have, like, one stage in every few states?
Yeah. No, I mean, they got one stage now they use pretty much all the way around.
Oh, so you have to travel the world to get to one place? Well, I'm pretty sure you had to either way, but still. Since it was already scheduled.
Yep. So this is Diamond Dallas Page. He was called the working man's wrestler. Just because of the way he looked. He wasn't flashy. He wasn't over the top.
He kind of looks like he used to work in construction.
Yeah, exactly.
He looks like a biker. Is that like his theme?
No, I wouldn't. No, he was just
like a stereotypical biker.
Right. No, it wasn't his thing.
Oh. Who's the one in a tuxedo?
Do what?
Who's the one in a full tuxedo?
The guy in the tuxedo? That is David Penzer. He was the ring announcer.
Ah. Seeing if the fan was on. It's cold in here.
It is cold in here, you're right.
Yeah. For a second, I thought that was a bullet hole. I was about...
Oh, his chest, not
yeah.
that tattoo.
I had a fast reaction to it, but I didn't actually see that it was a star instead. I thought it was like an old bullet hole.
I wanted to get you a taller chair. You keep going out of frame.
I have a taller chair upstairs.
Next time you're on, you have to bring it down.
Yeah. We're probably just gonna do it tomorrow. Be a lot easier. That mask looks like freaky. Like the fan ones.
Yeah.
That must be very cheaply made.
They
or
were.
homemade.
They were just plastic. You can take them and bend them.
Oh, like one of those plastic Halloween masks?
Exactly.
With the very loose string?
Yep. That's exactly what it was like.
So like your old Michael Myers mask.
Mm-hmm.
Not the low resolution one. I'm going out of frame a lot. I'm gonna have to stand up.
You're like a worm on a hot rock. You keep wiggling around.
I got like an ant on my leg or something.
There ain't no ants in here.
I know. Something.
That is my favorite belt.
I didn't see it too well.
It's like that one right there. That one's just a different version.
The white one or the black one?
The black one.
Yeah, that'd actually be pretty nice. For a second, he was just squinting. What was he looking at? His family in the crowd or something?
No, he's probably just looking at Paige.
Or he wanted to be aware of his surroundings.
Yep.
I wonder if we're gonna see a match where someone throws something on the stage, like a soda can or something.
We can. I can show you some.
Alright. That was a very aggressive start.
Yeah, it is. But it gets the fans riled up.
I thought they were just gonna push each other at the start and then start fighting, like last match.
So wrestling back then, every Monday night was must-see TV. You had WCW Nitro and WWF Raw. So you would have the remote control flipping back and forth because you didn't want to miss. You'd see what's on one. If you didn't like it, you'd flip it to the other.
Or you could just have two TVs open.
Some people did that. TVs back then had called a PIP, picture in a picture. Some people have one on one, the small part, and one in the big one.
There's a share screen feature on PS5. Picture in picture isn't really that good if the TV's far away.
No, you're right.
Especially considering it blocks like a corner of the screen. Like, I typically want to see all details.
Yep, me too.
Not squished.
Now, is that the pin you're talking about earlier?
No. Like, the way they pushed each other. Like, they just grab onto each other, then roll around in the ring.
I think
like a ball.
Okay. Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, as long as one guy's shoulders are down, it's a pin.
Yeah, then they open up like a Pokeball.
Yeah.
To actually pin.
You need to sit up. You're out of frame here, hotshot.
If only this chair was taller. I'm pretty sure my chair is a lot taller than this chair. And it has arms.
So this was on regular TV. This is not a pay-per-view or anything.
What is pay-per-view supposed to mean?
Like
you have to pay to see it?
Yep, exactly.
Do you have to be there, or do you have to pay like on TV?
So back in the old days, pay-per-view, like a wrestling, was like $29.95 or something like that.
That's a pretty fair deal.
You'd have to pay your cable provider that money, and then they would receive, they being WCW.
Well, that's assuming you have cable.
Would receive money off of it.
Yeah. But that's still assuming you have cable.
Most people had cable back then.
Yeah.
Now they don't have pay-per-view anymore. It's streaming or premium live events is what WWE calls it now.
Yeah. Typically they just put it on Peacock.
Mm-hmm.
Don't they get paid from the Peacock?
Yeah. They've got contract with them. Yep.
How much is Peacock?
Oh, Peacock, I think it's like the base one's $5 a month, $6. But they pay WWE to be on there, so they get a
Yeah. So they get more viewers.
$5 million or whatever it might be. Like,
I mean, I guarantee they get at least 5 million more people because of wrestling being on there. So
they may, I don't know.
they're still earning a profit.
Oh, definitely.
There's like a reflection on the TV behind us.
Yeah.
I just noticed that.
Yeah, it was bothering me on the last stream. So, well, one of these days we'll watch one of the Nitros that was here in Knoxville. And I was front row. And I was like, probably your age.
I've never been to anything like live. Actually, I might have been to monster trucks before.
You've went to one.
I'm pretty sure I threw up there.
Well,
I think I ate too much.
That's nice to know. So, I think you went to one wrestling, but it wasn't TV. It wasn't televised.
Yeah, I remember. We were like on the top row. I was with Papa and Declan.
Yep.
Declan ate a lot of hot dogs that night.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure he was the one that threw up that night.
I'm sure the people listening don't want to hear about throw up. I mean, they might.
Nothing like all the details in a story.
Yeah. So these holds like this, a headlock and stuff, is kind of just rest holds, so they can catch their breath, and then they would tell each other, okay,
yeah,
when we
that
get
was
up,
a very loose hold right at the end there.
they would say, okay, when we get up, do this, this, this. And
yeah, especially considering you can't hear the referee. The only thing you can hear is the announcers and the crowd.
oh, you mean us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The crowd is just screaming.
Wrestling was hot back then, man.
Yeah.
People, they would scream and chant and go on.
It was
like
also
crazy.
probably hot in there.
Yeah, it could get hot. Yep.
Like a giant metal stadium. I can only imagine how hot it'd get. Wait, was this in March?
Yes.
That's near spring, so it'd at least be like a little bit hot.
It was in Kentucky too, so.
Yeah. I thought it was in like one of the Carolinas.
I've been there, so Freedom Hall, that's in Louisville, Kentucky.
Speaking of Kentucky, Kentucky Splash is a mess. You just reminded me that with the Kentucky. That is a very weird position for the referee.
Yeah.
Like sliding your hand under there.
He's checking to make sure his shoulders are still on the mat.
Yeah. He looks like he's suffocating in there. He is not having fun.
No, definitely. Referee with his Fila shoes.
Why did one of the announcers kind of sound like he was under the influence? Like,
That's Larry Zbyszko.
Oh, I never heard of him.
No, you haven't.
Is he only in matches in the 90s?
No, Larry was, well, yes, he was in the 90s, but he was in, I think, the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. I don't know about the 60s.
He's been working there a long time.
Yeah. I think he was 70s, 80s, and 90s.
He also speaks a lot slower. That might be why. He speaks like slower but faster, you know?
Slower and faster.
Yep. He sounds like he's tired when he says that. Probably. I mean, if he doesn't have a good night's rest, what time was this? Like 12?
No, this is probably about 9 o'clock on Monday nights.
You know the best idea? Just go to sleep at like 1. Get a free like 7 hours sleep, get ready, drive there.
You gotta listen to the crowd and stuff, buddy, because that's when just little moves like he just did, the crowd we used to get so pumped up.
Like the whistle?
Mm-hmm.
Where was that whistle?
I don't know, I didn't hear it.
Someone in the crowd have a whistle back there?
Oh, you mean that air horn?
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to bring air horns in.
I can only imagine how loud it was. There was like a Navy level air horn that I found at a Walmart.
Yeah.
Someone set it off. It was really loud. The whole store heard it. He got kicked out.
I bet.
I mean, like, backflip.
See, nowadays wrestling, it's like continual. They never stop. They never, what's called, sell.
Yeah, they're not a lot less dramatic, and they seem like they have a lot more stamina. Like Rey Mysterio flying across the ring like 80 times in a row.
It doesn't have anything to do with stamina. I mean, they're doing this to tell a story. I mean, they're fine. They're not wore out or anything like that. But
Sting's face is real messed up right now, though.
Oh yeah.
His makeup is just...
See, back then, though, when they slammed them or they done something, they sold it. They laid there like they were hurt, and they didn't pop right back up.
His makeup looks like a cheap paint on his face. Like a cheap face paint.
Yep.
It's like when at a carnival you get your face painted and it like crusts over. And then you fall.
Yeah.
He has a killer grip right there.
On the rope, yep.
Probably has
Scorpion
a
death
rope
drop.
burn by now, though.
Now, the move that DDP was going to go for, called the Diamond Cutter, that's what Randy Orton uses, the RKO.
I don't see Randy Orton play much anymore. I just saw that kid standing up.
Alright, guys, there was WCW Monday Nitro, Sting and DDP. So we're going to take just a quick little break, and when we come back, we've got Spring Stampede 1998, Sting against the Macho Man Randy Savage. Then we also have Slamboree 98, Sting.
I want to be a macho man.
Sting and the Giant, which you know as the Big Show, against Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. Then we still got the Great American Bash, Sting against the Giant, and final Halloween Havoc, Sting against Bret the Hitman Hart. So,
yeah, I saw the Hitman playing like Royal Rumble or something.
Yep, in WWF.
Actually, wasn't it against Cody Rhodes?
No, Bret Hart's retired. He's been retired for a long time.
Oh.
So, all right, right after the break, we'll be back with WCW Spring Stampede 1998. Join Officer Messer in the Academy Roleplay on Twitch as he brings hilarious content through the Academy. Officer Messer, who is on a mission to bridge the gap of law enforcement and the community by humanizing the badge, is the owner of the Academy Roleplay, also known as TARP.
I'm bored to death chasing this guy. He was driving faster when we weren't chasing him. It's a bit of a tap here will get us going, brother. A little bit of a tap here. No, don't do it, don't do it.
Continuing East Joshua Road.
I was joking. Oh my God, I'm gonna get banned from the server. Hey chat, don't clip that, please. Don't clip that. Can you start a truck to 7354? This guy lost control of his vehicle. We were getting some donuts from the gas station and hit one of the pumps. Hey champ, can you walk that one off? Come on, bud. Just walk. Come on, let's get you out. Let's walk that one off. If you let this ride, I'll throw 200,000.
Guys, I found his TikTok one night and have been hooked ever since. His crazy, goofy, and sometimes soft-served antics will definitely give you a break from everyday life and give you a good laugh at the same time. Check out Officer Messer on Twitch and TikTok, and let's bridge the gap together. And welcome back to WAW. We're going to keep things going right along with Sting 1998, and we're going to be at WCW Spring Stampede. That's WCW Spring Stampede 1998. Sting defending the World Heavyweight title against the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Got anything to say about the Macho Man?
He's pretty lucky that Sting ain't gonna bring a random rattlesnake into the cage.
A rattlesnake?
Yeah. The match where he went against someone, the snake, something. I forgot his
Jake
name.
the Snake Roberts.
Yeah.
So you're looking. Oh, okay. I didn't know what you were talking about. That was a cobra.
Oh.
Still a snake that bit somebody. So.
At least it wasn't venomous.
That's right. Well, it was, but they devenomized it.
Yeah.
So.
Then it wasn't venomous.
Right.
It's just the species that is.
Yep. Exactly. So. Randy Savage, one of your favorite snacks. What does Randy Savage do?
Breaks people like twigs. I don't know.
He snaps into a Slim Jim.
Oh.
Don't you like Slim Jims?
Sure.
Well, you eat them. All right. So anyway, time cue. Gavin, do you want to give him the time cue?
2/24/19, Season 3, Episode 1, WCW Spring Stampede.
Season 3, yep. Season 3, Episode 1.
1998.
1998. So after this, I'll go ahead and let you guys know. So after this match, we're going to be going to Slamboree 98, Great American Bash 98, Halloween Havoc 1998. And then after those, we've got a little bit of announcement we want to talk about for our Patreon fans, a little extra video clips. All right. You want to give them the countdown?
3, 2, 1, and go. That's covering the screen.
Oh, it's fine. Can you hear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not very well, but it's a lot quieter than last time.
You changed headphones on me.
Yeah, these headphones ain't the best.
Let's listen to the Macho Man's entrance. Well, it's got music. We better not. We'll get flagged on YouTube, so we better not.
Yeah. Probably not.
Not used to that yet, so I have to get used to it.
I mean, we won't get flagged for playing Not Like Us.
Oh no, the first episode I got flagged because I had music on it.
No, Not Like Us is copyright free.
Oh, Not Like Us. Oh, okay. I know what you're saying.
Yeah. That's basically the only song I can name that's copyright free. Songwriters really like their copyright.
Yep, they do. Have you ever seen another Macho Man match before?
Other than the snake. But that wasn't a full match. I was just part of it.
Oh, you just seen the clip of that?
Yeah, like the documentary thing that you watched.
Oh, okay, on the Jake Roberts.
Yeah.
I don't think it wasn't a match, so I think Randy went down, tried to save somebody or something. I think that's what it was.
What was it? What was the snake trying to bite someone in the crowd or something?
No, Jake was like finished a match, so he was taunting somebody. I can't remember what it was. We can watch it, the whole thing, at some point if you want to.
We could do it at the end here.
We'll wait. We might cover Jake Roberts or Randy Savage sometime, so we can.
Except this time it wouldn't be reacting to it the first time.
Yeah.
It'd basically be it, but I've watched it before. I just forgot.
Yep. So I mean, there's some stuff that WWE.
Those are some pitiful fireworks.
They were it was very smoky. Like today's pyro's not that bad. So you kind of miss some of the effect.
I can only imagine the amount of ash falling on the crowd.
So it's not real fireworks like you would get like 4th of July. It's not like that.
It's probably more like a Roman candle.
Mm-hmm.
Can you turn that up a little bit? That's good.
Randy Savage was like one of the most intense, just
Wait, who just had a cast on their arm?
Savage.
Oh. Why? He break his arm or something?
Yeah, he got hurt or something with it. Don't do that.
In a wrestling match or like outside the ring?
He's in a match.
Oh.
But he doesn't have a cast there, it's just taped up.
Yeah. What happened to his hair? I swear, all of them are extremely balding.
Yeah.
Like, a lot more than you'd expect.
Yep.
Like, I thought his forehead would be just slightly pushed back. But no, he got an 8 head. I now know where Bianca Belair got her locks from. Just stole them from him.
Stole them from the Macho Man, huh?
Yep.
So matches we watched before this, pretty much.
Sting kind of reminds me of the Undertaker in this.
Yeah, he wasn't slow moving and stuff like the Undertaker. He just had that dark character.
Yeah, and kind of like a brute.
Yeah. So like the other matches before these, with Hogan and Scott Hall matches, it's all NWO based. NWO versus Sting. Sting was fighting them kind of almost lone wolf, really.
I want to see a 3-on-1 in that.
What? Hogan, Hall, and Savage versus Sting?
Yeah. Sting would be either destroyed or somehow win.
Yeah. So there's a match that it's called a Fatal 4-Way. It has Sting, Hogan, Flair, and Diamond Dallas Page, with Randy Savage as the referee.
Who's Diamond Dallas Page?
It's one of the other. Remember we watched that other video on Nitro? You said he looks like a biker.
Oh yeah.
Him.
He kind of looks like a Russian biker. Or maybe a German biker. A lot of those props are like already breaking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, they're held together with duct tape.
Yeah.
So I mean.
I think they're meant to be breakaway.
Well, they just connected them together is what it was.
Yeah. The other one was like toppled over when they just slightly walked into it.
Yep.
That probably wouldn't hurt that much. Hay isn't that thick.
No, but you inhale it does mess with your breathing and stuff. And they're in Colorado, so the air's thinner up there anyway.
Yeah. And zoo dirt.
Zoo dirt.
That kid's a get up, big boy.
You know that hurt hitting that guardrail.
Yeah, even if it was fake, that would really hurt.
That right in the armpit rib cage area.
I thought it was like right on his forehead.
Mm-mm.
Get up, big boy. Through. He's not the best at this talking stuff. Thruh.
So they hit harder, especially like Savage, these guys from the 80s and 70s. They hit.
Took no prisoners.
Yeah, they were rougher than nowadays, especially. But, you know, people like Savage and stuff, they couldn't do all the athletic flips and flops and stuff that they do nowadays either. Well, I mean, they maybe could have if they learned that way, but. Who's going to prevail? Who do you think wins this match?
Probably Sting.
Think Sting wins it? I think I remember what happens, but I'm not sure.
It's either that or Savage does something like foul.
Like it's disqualified?
Yeah.
I think that's what happens, but I can't remember.
I thought it was Extreme Rules.
No, not this one. Well,
Is it just standard?
yeah, no, this one's not. I think it's just a regular fight.
Wake up. Wakey wakey. Action bakey.
You will never, ever, ever know what's going to come out of this one's mouth.
Without a filter.
Yes. We've tried to put a filter on that mouth for 11 years, and it hasn't worked yet.
Actually, I haven't been talking for 11 years. I
Okay.
didn't start talking as soon as I popped out the womb.
That's true. You did. If everybody
Yo,
did,
what's up, G? Can you get me some eggs?
if anybody did, it would be you. So right now, the NWO, they had been. Go ahead and cough. You're good. The NWO had been like a collective unit, but they had grown so much. They had like 100 and something members. I mean, it was crazy. But at this point, they started kind of imploding, and they eventually break off into two groups. So you have NWO Black and White and NWO Red and Black. And Sting goes through a transformation here at the next pay-per-view, I believe it is.
I'm probably hurt. That happened to me once.
You got straddled on a ring rope?
Not on a ring rope. I was trying to do one of those like bull things, you know?
Bull, like riding a bull?
Yeah, and Declan like threw me up there. It kind of hurt. I still managed to succeed to stay on
Watch,
though.
referee's going to get it. Oh, nope, he didn't get it. Thought he was. Oh, there it is.
Poor referee.
He got sandwiched. I love it. A pile driver. You don't see a pile driver like that anymore. I love. This looks like a devastating move.
Looks
And
like it'd break your neck.
So, well, that's why they don't do it much anymore, because that does happen.
Cody Rhodes is probably gonna go against Undertaker in like a post-retirement match with Undertaker.
Nah, Taker's done. He's retired.
Completely done.
Yeah, he might make appearances, but
Yeah, he did make that appearance in the one movie.
movie.
Not movie, but it was
WrestleMania.
Cody Rhodes against someone else, and like a gang of them just showed up,
Yep.
including John Cena, The Rock, and a few others.
Mm-hmm. So Savage's finishing move was the big elbow off the top rope.
So essentially, just what Rey Mysterio does every single second.
No, Ray really doesn't do the elbow that much. But see, there Hogan, who is friends with Randy Savage.
I don't think he jumped far enough. Me personally.
Oh, you didn't see Hogan pushed him.
Oh, he did?
Yep, that's why you got to pay attention. You got this big old screen in front of you. You can't even pay attention.
I thought he jumped.
No, Hogan was on the back behind him, pushed him off.
Why does one person in the audience kind of look like Sketch? the referee still just passed out.
Yep, he's just laid there.
Is that one of the person from the other groups?
Yep, that's one of the outsiders. Right now, he's still black and white NWO. The red and black hasn't happened yet. It does soon, though.
So he just didn't feel like updating his appearance?
But he always wore stuff like that.
That is not a very good pin.
Yeah, as long as he covers, that's all that matters. Sting's shoulders are down, and Savage is on top. See, I was wrong. I thought it was I guess it was an ODQ match, and Sting lost the world title.
I don't think that was very fair. He just got gamed on when they were both like passed out. I feel bad for that referee. Poor referee man. In the 2K games, the funniest one to punch is the Chinese one.
Do I want to know why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of the fact that he looks the most angry.
Oh, okay.
And he gets like... He gets all messed up compared to the other ones.
Alright, guys. That was WCW Spring Stampede. Like I said, coming up right after the break. We've got WCW Slamboree. The time queue is going to be 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 12 seconds. We hope you're enjoying the content here on WAW, and if you are, check out other wrestling podcasts like Something to Wrestle With Bruce Pritchard, The Orange Show, 83 Weeks with Eric Bischoff, What Happened When with Tony Schiavone, and all the other great podcasts under the Conrad Thompson umbrella. You can check those podcasts out on YouTube, Patreon, ad-free shows, Spotify, and basically anywhere you get your podcasts. All right, welcome back to WAW Watch Along Wrestling. We are knee deep in Sting, late 97 into 1998. Right now, we're going to be watching, like I said, Slamboree 1998. Time queue is 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 12 seconds. It's season 6, episode 1. I don't guess we need to do the episode because it's only episode 1 every year. So season 6 of Slamboree. Now this match is a tag team match. You've got Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, the Outsiders. They're defending the WCW tag titles against Sting and the Giant. Now, you don't...
Andre?
No, Andre the Giant's dead at this point. He died in 1993.
Oh.
The Giant, you know him as the Big Show.
He's pretty big.
Yep, he was the Giant when he was in WCW. So,
The Big Show Show.
The Big Show Show. Yep, that was what was that on? Netflix?
Yeah, I think.
It
I think it was
show.
Netflix original.
All right.
Or it was on Hulu as well.
We are going to press play in 3, 2, 1.
Go.
So here we got. They always show the fans. They always pan, and the fans are all hollering and jumping like.
Israel.
Like what?
I just saw the flag.
Oh, Israel flag. I kind of like that little set design. All it is just the.
That's a weird entrance.
Yeah, it is.
Like Slamboree just cut out.
Yeah.
They had to make it a bit larger for Dusty.
Well, WCW didn't have these huge elaborate sets like WWF would start doing. WCW never really done that. I mean, they were good for WCW, I guess.
I'm not sure why, but Dusty kind of reminds me of Elton John right now.
Elton John? Why is that?
Just his glasses and his hair color. And he's a big old boy.
And Dusty was a big man.
How tall was he? Like 5'10", 5'9"?
Probably, maybe even 6 foot.
No, I doubt he was 6 foot.
I don't know.
Pretty sure Kevin Nash is 6 foot.
Kevin Nash was about 6'10", 6'11".
Yeah, Dusty's 6 foot. Apparently Kevin Nash 7 feet tall from what I got from that.
No,
Mumbling.
they always build them higher than what they are.
Yeah. But he's mumbling like crazy.
No, it's just you couldn't. You just can't hear it over the noise.
I heart big grumpy men. Great song. Black and red.
I think this is the last pay-per-view that Sting is in the black and white. I think after that. Oh, here, let's listen to Scott.
Compared to NWO Hollywood?
Hey, yo. Yeah, we missed you too.
He sounds like a slurred speech.
And me and the Dream, Big Kev, we wondered if you'd mind if we just took a little survey. In public, if you will. And is everybody here at Slamboree, are you here to see WCW?
I think Scott's from that side. Not even looking for
Yeah, he sounds like
or is everybody here
But with a foreign
at
accent.
Slamboree to see them? Survey says one more for the good guys.
So everybody right there was NWO. NWO was hot.
So who's the good guys?
So technically, Sting and the Big Show, or the Giant, are the good guys. Technically.
But the so-called villains view themselves as heroes
Yes.
because they fight for what they think is right.
And this time in wrestling, it was popular and it was cool to be the cool bad guy. Not the bad guy that would be like, yo, shut your mouth, sit down, fat boy, and all that stuff. They wasn't that
Sit
kind.
down, fat boy.
Back then, it was cool to be the bad guy.
If you will. It's a lot of signs. That one's just plain cardboard.
What? Oh, the sign?
Yeah. Most of them are like construction paper or something.
Yeah, it's the poster boards.
Did you see the cardboard one?
Yeah.
To the left. Red Dead hot. Who knew WCW guessed that Red Dead would happen? Like 8 years before the original Red Dead game came out.
Yep.
Like 2006. Data.
That's a pretty good pyro there.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. It's like a mix of a firework and a Roman candle.
Yeah.
But data.
Yep.
I feel like we could also do some gaming on this. Like on a separate channel.
Oh, we might. I don't know. We can hook the PlayStation up in here and kind of do WWE maybe on here.
Yeah. And we could both broadcast like us playing a game that's multi-screen.
Yeah, we'll see. We might.
And we could hook it up to 2K.
Yeah.
Who is best at 2K? Probably you.
No, I'm horrible at video games now. So now that I've gotten older, I don't play them. It's weird. I don't play them as good as I used to. I don't know why.
I play them better as I get older. They make my reaction time a lot quicker.
Maybe that's what it is. My reaction time's just slower.
Especially in Rainbow Six Siege, you have to be very aware of your surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
And also have a good reaction time. And good aim.
You see, like shooters like that, I'm not good at I'm not good at those. I want to see my character and be able to shoot that way.
So we're trying to play Fortnite.
No, I'm not playing Fortnite. No. So that was Scott Hall's thing.
Did you accidentally buy Fortnite?
Yes. That was Scott Hall's thing. He used to always take a toothpick and throw it at him.
So essentially, he thinks he's from Texas.
Yeah, I guess.
Why was he just sitting down there for a second? Like after he punched him. I can tell who's punching who in this.
Scott, he's taking his shoulder and ramming it into Sting.
Did Sting get the first punch, then Scott like grabbed the second?
Yeah, I think so.
That's one big old boy.
The Giant?
Yeah, probably about 7 feet.
Giant, yeah, I think he was legit 7.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know, he may not have been.
Just casually grabs him.
He was big. I seen him in person at this time here in Knoxville at the Coliseum. He was a big dude.
Isn't Kane? Isn't his home state Knoxville?
No,
Not Knoxville, but Tennessee.
No, not even Tennessee. I don't remember where he's from. He's lived here for a long time though.
Where does Big Show live? Like North or South Dakota?
No, I think he lives in Florida too.
A lot of wrestlers live in Florida.
Yep.
Maybe it's them Florida genes makes them a bit more crazy. Just willing to get beat up for money. The best strat in the Royal Rumble, just sling people out, even for the wrestlers. Like, you don't have to force them to get out. You can just sling them out.
Yep. You talking about the game or the actual match?
Both.
Oh.
You can just grab them by the arm and sling them out. And if they're still grabbing on, like, punch their hands. Only really superweights could do that.
Yeah.
Super heavyweights. Because it'd be a lot easier for the other person to sling them if they weren't. Especially cruiserweight. Like, imagine the Miz trying to sling the Big Show out of a ring. It's not going to end too well for the Miz.
No, it's not going to work.
He trying to break his ankle, fake him out?
Yeah, trying to make him flinch, I guess.
I just saw him going.
Yeah, Kevin Nash tried to powerbomb the Giant, and he couldn't get him all the way up, and he dropped him on his head.
That probably hurt.
It folded him like an accordion.
That is the first time I heard that.
What?
Folding him like an accordion.
Oh.
The first time I've ever heard of an accordion. Wait, what did I just hear? Big Sexy lays there?
Laid it in. So Kevin Nash's nickname was Big Sexy.
That's a bit weird. By the way, are the things frozen?
It is, isn't it? Well, our camera is frozen on us. I don't know how long that's been frozen.
It has been for the past, like, maybe 15 seconds. I look over there a fair bit.
Well, we are still alive. We're still going. We are at a time queue of 2 hours, 33 minutes, and 55, 56, 57, 58. We want to reset this camera here and see what in the world is going on.
I really like calling him Big Sexy.
Yeah, I don't. It's a weird nickname.
I can imagine. And Big Show's just crushing him. What is he doing?
Yeah, technical difficulties with this mic. Or, not mic, camera.
Yeah.
So you may hear a beep and stuff. If you do, I do apologize. Just the camera turning back on.
They supposed to hear the audio input capture?
Yeah, that's the microphone.
What about the other one?
No, that's muted. That is the video we're watching.
Short. Yeah. Alright, it's loaded up, I think.
So we are back. I have no idea what's going on with that camera, but we're good. We're here.
We're gonna have to go back to the time queue.
Yep. So time queue is 2 hours, 36 minutes, and 45, 46,
That's just
47, 48.
That's just a missing bit of time. The 3 minutes.
Yeah, and I apologize, guys. We won't edit it out or nothing. We'll just let it go that way when we come back.
Yeah, so it doesn't just edit out why the 3 minutes disappeared.
Yeah.
Cold in here.
I'm sure that does not feel good.
What?
Been straddled on the rope like out the neck, the big guy coming down on top of you.
Typically, I mean... I swear.
And it's froze again.
Sting and that referee they're just like
Yeah, we can keep talking. You're
tied
fine.
together.
This camera, I don't know what is going on.
We do have the other one below TV.
Yeah, but it's not. I don't want to use that one. It's not a very good camera.
It'd be good enough, I
But
guess.
anything's better than having nothing, I guess.
Exactly.
I apologize again, everybody. I don't know why it is not staying connected.
The computer's been a bit laggy.
It had ever so. So we recorded episodes 2 and 3 the other day, and we had a storm come through, and I don't know if something happened there, but it completely just reset everything. I have no idea.
And also, we got like a new internet provider. I'm pretty sure we're using the other one, but
No, we're back on the new one.
oh,
But that has nothing to do with the camera, so. Alright, so let's do this.
it might not be as good, but at least it works.
Hopefully.
Wait, is I meant to do that?
No.
I mean, it worked well.
Yeah, it'll. Hopefully, it'll work good.
Alright.
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 So, totally different camera view.
It's a lot more squared out.
Yeah. So, we can't do a lot of our normal stuff with this one.
Yeah, it is nowhere near as good as the other one. At least it works, though.
So, hopefully, we can see what's going on with the other one, though, and get it back going for the next episodes. I'm so sorry about the glare from that TV in the background, guys. I apologize. Alright, back to the action here. Let's get back on track here. 2 hours, 40 minutes, and 30 seconds. Right now, Kevin Nash has got Sting in a bear hug. These are called rest holds. So, I mean, they were designed to give him just a few minutes to catch their breath. And
Why are they just hugging?
it's a bear hug, so it's like he's squeezing on his back.
I'm pretty sure he's just passed out. He's basically just dead weight for that guy. I think he's back. That's one big boy.
Yeah, he was very big back then. Muscle-wise, because he
He looks like he's supposed to be like a Viking or something.
Right.
With the eye makeup looking
Yeah.
thing. Hopefully we can get the camera working.
Yeah, I don't particularly like this angle. And what kind of faces are you making? Look at like, you realize you are on camera, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm just not ashamed of my weird looking teeth.
Oh, no, it ain't nothing with your teeth. Just the faces you were making.
They're not like big enough for my mouth.
So who do you think wins this one?
Sweaty.
Who do you think wins?
Probably a giant.
Think Giant and Sting?
Yeah. Well, how it's looking right now.
Big boy going up top.
That gonna break his rib cage.
Gonna break something.
Unless it gets pushed down by Dusty. I think he broke himself.
Yep.
He was probably gonna break himself either way. Falling face first into someone it doesn't feel the best.
They Sting or Dusty Rhodes just put the tag title down there on the ring apron.
Sting is just screaming, "Get up."
Scott Hall just turned on his
He looks
tag
like
partner.
a zombie in just a random movie.
He just turned on his partner.
Yeah, no, that's just easy dubs. He's just gonna take a nap on him.
Sting looking like, what in the world? What just happened, man?
Mm-hmm. This camera angle, you can see a lot of the TV back there.
Yeah, we're going to, after this match, we'll take a break and we're going to fix it, hopefully. Maybe.
Maybe. Have you ever used that TV? Like, ever?
Very rarely. Alright, so now Sting and the Big Show, the Giant, are now the WCW Tag Team Champions. Guys, we are going to take a break. We are going to see if we can get this camera stuff situated, see what's going on, and we'll be back with you guys just a little bit. We've all been there. Sometimes after a good hard workout or a good run, sometimes we need a little bit of a pick-me-up. Well, let me introduce you to Ghost. Ghost in its simplest form is the world's first lifestyle sports nutrition brand, and Ghost has an amazing line of products from energy drinks, pre-workout, post-workout, gaming powders, gaming sticks, hydration drinks, which I absolutely love, the kiwi strawberry and the orange squeeze, two of my favorites. They also have hydration powders, hydration sticks, and all of these come in multiple flavors. And of course they have much more stuff on their website, ghostlifestyle.com. They have hats, t-shirts, shakers, and much more. Now you can pick up your Ghost products at Amazon, GNC, Walmart, Kroger, and like I said, ghostlifestyle.com. Go to the website for all your Ghost needs. Alright, welcome back to WAW Watch Along Wrestling. It is time for WCW The Great American Bash 1998 Season 10, and the time cue is 2 hours, 36 minutes,
and 58 seconds.
So on this match, remember, the last one we just watched, Sting and the Big Show, or the Giant, won the WCW Tag Team titles. Sting is now part of the Wolfpack, NWO Red and Black. The Giant is part of the NWO Black and White. So now they are both in different teams, but they both have the tag titles. So they're going to face each other. Whoever wins gets both belts, and they pretty much pick their own opponent or their own partner. So let's go. 3, 2, 1, play. As you snap into another Slim Jim.
Macho Man got me snacking for them Slim Jims.
Right. So I adjusted some stuff on this camera, turned some stuff off. Hopefully it won't freeze up anymore. So if I keep looking over here to the side, it's because I'm watching that camera to see if it does freeze up or anything. Nothing says physically fit like smoking a cigarette on the way to the ring.
Nothing says physically fit like panting after walking a few feet.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe several meters. Yep. I'm not sure why, but they always pant after that.
Well, they're amped up and they're ready to go. They've been in the backstage like sit-ups, push-ups, and stuff like that to get themselves like the arms all pumped up.
Yeah, but they're not panting when they get on there, but they're panting by the time they get to the ring.
Oh yeah, they're panting. You just don't see it.
Not smoking. At least he's listening to his doctors.
You're right. Wolfpack music.
Alright, that just ruined the vibe.
It does. That growl ruins it, doesn't it?
It had a good beat, but that growl just ruins it. The furry anthem.
I am pushed all the way against it over here. I think I'm scratching my chair.
I don't like his new style. Like the red and black.
You don't like
face.
red and black? It was okay for the time. It kind of got deemed the tomato face Sting.
Kind of looks like me after I face plant concrete. He also has a tomato like chest. That's a weird looking drawing.
So all the matches we're going to watch from here on with Sting are going to be the red and black Sting. He would go back to the black and white about a year later, a year and a half or so.
Check. It's a lot quieter when I talk on this.
No, you're pretty loud, actually.
Yeah, but apparently on the input, it makes me a lot quieter. Like, I'm in the middle of green.
Yeah.
You're in the middle of yellow.
Well, I typically have a louder voice than you anyway.
Let's get ready to rumble!
You're just trying to peek it out, aren't you?
Yes. And not working too well. I mean, like a minor jet engine would. Just saying.
Yep.
Sting's gotten a lot quicker.
So this version of Sting kept the look of the Crow or the black and white, whatever you want to call it.
Then I keep the colors.
But it showed it let him be more flamboyant and more outgoing, like his original flat top blonde surfer Sting character.
To be honest, I think the big boy is gonna win.
Think the big boy?
Sting's gonna wear himself out. He's already worn out though.
That's a lot of weight and to be moving around that ring.
It's a lot of weight to be standing up like that. 513 pounds.
You sit up, you're out of camera frame.
Very accurate. He'd be at max 300 pounds. Like, let's be realistic here.
Yeah, I don't know.
500 pounds looks like you're the 1,000-pound sisters.
He's probably, I would say he's probably about 500 pounds.
You'd look like Homer Simpson if you were that big.
Not when you're that tall, because it spreads it out.
Yeah. But I doubt he'd ever be 500 pounds.
Sit up. You out of frame there, bub.
This chair is too short.
He just throws him with ease. Look at that.
You get shot in the chest there, bub? He got that, did you just call me blob build? It's frozen.
Golly.
I think by this point it'd just be better to switch to the other
Yeah,
camera.
we're just going to switch over to the other one and finish this out, I guess, with this.
Alright.
A lot darker.
The never seen before closet. Don't worry, there's gonna be an office tour before the end of, I don't know when this is gonna be posted.
Couple weeks.
So maybe in September or August.
Yeah, I can't
Have you
remember. when this
posted the one with Sean yet?
Yes, that posted on August the 2nd, right at midnight. So pardon me, I'm going to be in your all's face for just a second. I'm cutting this camera off.
It might just be a problem with your phone.
No, it's the camera. I'll see what's going on with the after stream here.
Just know we're filming this on August the 2nd, so it's gonna be posted in a bit. Probably gonna be posting like the start of September, end of August.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Do you have it on like an automatic schedule or?
Mm-hmm. So these are the first episodes of WW that are only going to be, the video is going to be available on Patreon. So if you want to see the full video, go to our Patreon, subscribe. I think it's just $5 to subscribe on Patreon. We're
per
not
week,
in this
per month, per year.
for $5 a month. $5 a month. We're not in it to make a living. This is something fun that we just wanted to do. The audio version of Sting is going to be on YouTube, and it's just audio. So the video, even though we're having a lot of technical issues today with the video is going to be available on Patreon.
And we're not showing the actual episode because we don't want to get copyright strike.
Yep, you can't get copyright strike. So Sting just dropped the Giant with his Scorpion Death Drop. 1, 2.
Yeah, the Giant.
Still.
The Giant could just slightly sit on him and he'd be crushed.
Yeah.
It's like double his size. I got an idea. Tackle him.
Tackle him.
Just football tackle him into the crowd. Why do I feel like Rey Mysterio has done that to another lightweight?
He may have.
Just tackled him into the crowd. He's not the brightest brute in the bunch. Just walking into his feet like that.
Big Scorpion Death Drop. 1, 2, and 3. So Sting just won both the tag titles. So Sting can pick whoever he wants as his tag team partner. Barely even broke a sweat.
Big boy definitely broke a sweat. And it wasn't just barely.
Alright guys, that was the Great American Bash 1998. Next up, WCW Halloween Havoc 1998, Sting versus Bret the Hitman Hart. One of my favorite matches between these two guys.
I've only heard about him once through a book that I found on some reading website called Epic.
Bret Hart is a great wrestler. I was never a big Bret Hart fan, but Bret's great. As I got older, I appreciated Bret Hart's in-ring stuff a lot more. So right after the break, where's my camera? There it is. Right after the break, we'll be right back, and we'll get into WCW Halloween Havoc 1998. Welcome back to WAW Watch Along Wrestling. We are just about finished for Sting 1998 here on episode 4 of WAW. We'll have some information at the end of the stream on some extended clips, some other matches that we're going to watch, and we'll just kind of post it on our Patreon. And also we'll give you some updates on what's coming up next on our next episode. So right now, you want to tell them where we're going?
Halloween Havoc 1998 to season 10, 2 hours and 7 minutes in, plus 24 seconds.
So
just know we centered the screen so it fit people's OCD better.
Yeah, it was bothering us because it was off to the left, and so. But anyway.
And we moved WAW so you could see it better.
I told him I was doing it to hide my fatness, which he laughed and thought it was great. But
I laugh at anything you say. Let's be fair here.
That's true too. So again, guys, I've said this probably every single time we've recorded, so it'll sound like a broken record. Bear with us. We are new at this. I don't know what's going on with the camera, so I'm going to reset on that. Glad we do have the backup at least, but it is kind of a lower quality camera. Can't do much with it.
And also the lighting is terrible from that view.
Yeah, it is very bad. Can't really do anything with this. The other camera, we can kind of shift different angles and stuff. This one can't do anything with. But anyway, we're making it through. So, all right, WCW Halloween Havoc 1998, Sting versus Bret the Hitman Hart. 2 hours, 7 minutes, 24 seconds. If you are ready, do you want to count them down?
3, 2, and 1. Go.
I love this look of the pay-per-view of WCW Halloween Havoc.
Yeah. The lights look very weird from the camera.
From our camera, or are you talking about on here?
Yeah, on here.
The
They
TV?
look like stars.
Yeah, that's because it wasn't HD back then either, so
Very far from it.
it was just standard def.
It looks like a camera from the 80s
Yep.
or 60s.
So this is probably my favorite Halloween Havoc design, stage design.
The world's greatest flyer. Sniffer 316. That's a bit weird there, bub. Why are you calling yourself a sniffer?
Make them say, ugh.
Brother, ooh, brother. What is that, brother? It's actually a pretty good opening. Why is there just a pumpkin? Is the animatronic gonna release the pumpkin?
What are you talking about, on the TV screen or that,
Yeah.
that thing there?
That
Yeah.
thing there.
That was just a inflatable. And probably somebody behind it moving it.
Or the animatronic just set on like a loop. Yeah, it looks more like the animatronic moving it.
It could have been. I don't know.
Not even an animatronic, just like a slight wheel on it.
So I tell you what, guys, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to call an audible on this since we've had, again, more technical issues. We're going to go ahead and post this video both on Patreon and our YouTube. So you're going to get it free on YouTube, the full audio and video. So hopefully we can start separating the two out on the next episode of
You also
WW.
could put them on Spotify.
We may.
Like, put the audio on Spotify.
Yeah, we may. We may do that too. I'm not sure yet. Now, Sting's going to look vastly different when he comes out.
He looks different like every time I see him in this.
Yeah, this one's a lot different.
He's probably going to be red and black still, though.
He's red and black, yes.
Make M's.
But he has a goatee now, and it looks...
What is that font?
What?
That font is, like, weird for his entrance.
Oh, the Sting, I know, it's very generic.
Yeah. That's the worst font, like, ever. Why does he have a goatee?
Yeah, he just grew a goatee for it. I kind of like it. It makes him look more... I think if he ever went to be a bad guy, that's the look he should have had.
Yeah.
The black red with the goatee.
Well, I think his theme is already supposed to fit a bad guy.
No, he was good, guys. What are you doing over there?
Trying to turn this around so I can...
No, leave that alone, buddy.
Huh? We should probably put a bag in there.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that right now.
It's cold in here.
Cold? It is not cold in here.
When I first heard his name, I thought it was going to look like Agent 47. You know the dude from the Hitman series with a barcode on the back of his head?
Right.
You look like you'd put a barcode on the back of your head.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
It'd be funny if someone scanned it and it just linked to like a random YouTube link or something random.
I know people that's got the QR codes tattooed on them. You scan it and it plays like music.
Rick rolling them. That's why you don't scan random QR codes on people's bodies. You're gonna get Rick rolled.
Yep.
Are they sponsored by Snickers?
Yes, they were sponsored by
Of
Snickers.
course all the wrestlers have bad stamina. They've been snacking too much.
They've been eating Snickers all day.
I don't know, the Hitman looks like he's been eating 50 per minute for the past hour. It's gonna be worse later. Oh.
Did you unplug yourself?
Yeah. These aren't the best.
Now you're having technical difficulties.
They're not working. They're only working if I apply pressure to it.
Go get your other ones
Alright.
that you had.
Actually, I do have earbuds.
If the cord's long enough, that's fine.
Yeah,
Don't slam the door when you go out, please.
I won't.
So now he has technical difficulties going
do you
on.
want these for extra in the stock?
No, we're good.
These things are like trash. Bye-bye. Can you cut the recording?
No, you're good. Go right ahead, buddy. So what we're going to do while he's kind of taking a break from his stuff, Brett's kind of doing this cat and mouse game a little bit. I don't think it goes on. So let's skip ahead just a little bit. Oh no, we're going, so we're good. 2 hours, 13 minutes, and 29, 30, 31, 32. So I think these guys never really got the matches that they could in a feud that these two could have done. Because I think Brett and Sting would have gelled really well together. So I don't think they got the feud that they deserved and the time that they should have gotten. I would love to see them going back and forth with the U.S. title or the world title, either one. For me, my dream match has always been Sting and Shawn Michaels. I think they would have worked great together as well. But this match isn't bad. I mean, it's a decent match for these two, I think. And Brett even said that Sting was one of his favorites to work with while he was at WCW. So yeah, I think these two are great. So guys, at the end of the show, we will have our QR codes for all of our social medias and everything like that. So make sure you scan your QR codes with your phone and like all of our social medias with Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Discord. And please join the Discord. That's something we want to push to chat with everybody and stay connected with the WAW family. And you can find out our schedules and everything on there too, what episodes are coming up and all that good
We
stuff.
should try to listen to what the people want.
Yep, we want to know if you want us to cover a certain show or topic as far as like a certain wrestler, certain time period of that wrestler or whatever. We want to know. Yep, 100%. You plug in.
I'm gonna have to change the caps on these.
You good?
Yeah, the audio just isn't too good on these.
Oh, you're good. This is our last match on this, so I think you'll be fine for right now.
I'm gonna change these ear things one at a time because these are way too small. One at a time so I can hear.
So these guys, they're wrestlers, you know what I mean? They get in here and they work. They both knew how to tell a good story. Brett was great at telling stories. in the ring, I think.
I'm just saying, got to make a move to a town that's right for me.
I have no idea what you just said.
Got to make a move to a town that's right for me.
Oh.
It's a song called Funky Town.
Oh. Funky Town. That?
No.
Oh. Showing my age, I guess. So these guys are kind of evenly matched, Sting and Brett. They both had the same finishing move. Sting has two.
Is this working? Nope, it isn't. Let's go.
No, the audio's coming from this mic. You're not. You're good. So Sting has the Scorpion Death drop. And Bret Hart had the the Sharpshooter, and Sting had the Scorpion Death Lock. So the Sharpshooter and the Death Lock were the exact same thing. To me, I think Sting put it on better.
To me, I think the Sharpshooter sounds better.
Sharpshooter probably does sound better, yes.
Imagine a Mortal Kombat fatality called the Sharpshooter.
If they both put it on, typically when Sting would put it on, he made it look like it was hard to turn them, like they were struggling and they were fighting against him. Where Bret Hart put it on and boom, he would just flip you right over.
So Sting is a lot more dramatic with it?
Yes, I think so. And Sting actually done the move before Bret.
I swear, the worse the audio in these headphones are, the worse I can hear. It's a lot quieter.
Is it?
Yeah. Is he gonna take a dump on that dude's face?
That's not great to say on stream.
Why is he just popping a squat?
He wasn't. Did you not see where his foot was? His foot was on his throat.
Yeah, and he was popping a squat over his face.
No, he wasn't. Again, never know what this one's going to say.
I mean, you can assume sometimes. Probably not going to be too accurate, but you can.
So you got to watch and see what they're doing. You can't just make.
I didn't see his foot.
Now, obviously. So there's the Scorpion. If he can get, see, it looks like he's struggling, right?
It looks like an Indian rope burn with his whole body. He just went night-night. He just blacked out night-night. Oh, he didn't black out. That's fun.
No, he grabbed the rope. So anytime they grab the rope, you have to break. Yeah, exactly.
What does rope break do?
Makes you break the hold.
Why is Sting attacking him while he's in rope break?
He's not in rope break now. The only rope break is if you're in a hold and you grab the ropes, they have to break it. Or if you're in a pin and they grab the ropes, you got the pin stops.
I thought it was like a break for 5 seconds.
No, only if you're in a hold. You have 5 seconds to let go.
Gotcha. Did he just grab his throat? He's just ramming into him like a rhino.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're breaking our legs. This stream is probably going to be a lot messier than some of the others.
Yeah, just because of all the
we had the most technical difficulties here.
video issues.
I wonder, how long is mine going to be compared to the other ones?
I don't know.
Mine's probably going to be like 3 hours in total.
No, I think it's about an hour 50, something like that.
Still longer than Katie's and Sean's. Actually, I think Katie's is 2 hours.
Well, hers is 2-part, so.
Mine is like 7-part. We've had a lot of technical difficulties.
We have. Low blow from Brett.
He's just gonna stay there till the moon goes up and then goes down.
Brett acts like he don't know what happened, even though done the low blow from behind.
Hollow concern. Perfect description.
So Brett kind of had a set of moves that he would do to lead up to the sharpshooter. So like the top rope, the elbow off the top.
I cannot hear like anything right now. These headphones are not the greatest. Not even headphones, earbuds. Well, that's what I get for using school earbuds. Donated to me by the school for free. One of the kids in the crowd flinched.
Oh, and he threw him into
Like he was ready to run away from that scene.
Right.
A few of the moms in the audience. Go on, get up!
So Bret Hart technically was the bad guy, but Bret was like a whiny bad guy. Like he would cry and whine about everything.
So essentially, what most people describe as the youngest child.
Like you?
Yeah, like the stereotypical description. Like a brat that gets away with everything. Just
Yep.
like with that low blow.
Exactly. Yep, you're right.
I imagine it was a lot worse from the times where these kids grew up. Well, they make it seem like it was. I doubt it was.
Yeah.
He has PTSD from getting whipped on the shoulder.
See, Bret just added insult to injury. Leg dropped the poor guy.
Poor referee. He's just doing his job.
He got clobbered.
It looks like he was panting like a dog. Like but it was just the thing vibrating.
So far, what is your best?
There are weapons allowed in this?
No.
Do they just never like to use weapons in this?
Well, they're not allowed to on this one.
Yeah, but they typically never use it.
Back then, really, I mean, there were more matches. It wasn't really hardcore matches and stuff. There was, but they weren't all the time. Not in WCW, anyway.
To be honest, my favorite type of match is like Elimination Chamber or Extreme Rules. Or Falls Count Anywhere, because they can just go backstage and start dueling it out. And the backstage set is one of the most interesting sets.
The backstage?
Yeah.
Watch. Right on the referee's legs.
Asher's extra insult to injury. He's just depressed by this point.
He's something by that point.
Even his job is out to get him.
Yeah.
His co-workers have just hate for him. How about hear me out? Sting puts his arm on Bret. Easy pin. Just saying. Hear me out. Pin the ref. Easy wins. What was he trying to do there?
That's the move called the Stinger Splash. But he hit his head on the turnbuckle post.
So he's just gonna sit there like he's on a drying rack?
Yep, he's supposed to be knocked out. So that's what he's And then Brett whacks him with the baseball bat.
He looks like he's on a drying rack. Alright, we're back up, but barely.
Yep, he's supposed to be knocked out. He's gone.
So essentially Brett won.
He's going to, basically. Yep.
Probably. Unless Sting dodges out of the way and just gets him in a good pin. I doubt he's gonna do that though. He got some brain damage or something. That'd probably hurt your teeth the most.
What?
Face planting that.
Oh, yeah.
I can't tell if you're looking at the match sometimes or the camera.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm looking at the match. And he is done for. Dunzo.
Yeah.
So I was telling everybody before you came back, these two never really got a proper feud to me. I think going back and forth with the U.S. title or the world title would have been great with these guys.
Is this the last match?
That is the last match on the stream that we're going to watch. We are going to have some extra footage on our Patreon, some other stuff we're just going to kind of watch real quick. So guys, thank you so much. What was your favorite Sting match out of what we just watched?
I prefer the Nitro one.
Him and Diamond Dallas Page?
Yeah.
Yep, they had a good match. Him and Hogan was kind of slow.
Yeah.
And the finish was messed up. Him and Scott Hall.
He basically lost but then won.
Yeah. Him and Scott Hall, the best thing about that match was Dusty Rhodes acting like he had a seizure while he's holding on to the rope.
I feel like wrestlers do that way too much.
Yeah, they're just acting. They're trying to make it dramatic. So, guys, again, after
this one was a bit of a letdown, uncensored, because he just face planted the thing.
Oh, you haven't watched Uncensored yet.
Yeah.
You're talking about Halloween Havoc.
Yeah. He just face planted the end, then just sat there for the rest of the match.
So, guys, thank you so much again for tuning in for episode, what is this? Episode 4 of
WAW?
I thought it was 3. Nope, this is episode 4 of WAW.
What is it after the office?
Sting 1997 and now 1998. I think Sting had a great run with the crow face and red and black and kind of iffy. But we are going to be back next week with WAW. Sean will be sitting here in the chair with me, and we're going to watch a collection of Elimination Chamber matches. So on your Peacock, it has collections, and it has Hell in the Cell, Elimination Chamber, and a couple other stuff on there. So we're going to be watching those. Probably going to be a 2-part episode there. After that, we're going to be watching a collection of Hell in the Cell matches with, is that you? Hell in the Cell?
I think.
Yeah, Hell in the Cell with him. And Caitlin, we're going to be watching a collection of casket matches.
No, I think you got it switched.
Is it backwards? Okay.
Yeah.
So casket matches is him, and the collection of Hell in a Cell is going to be with Caitlin. Trying to talk some of the other kids into doing the stream as well. So far, Declan, who I thought would jump on this, has said no thank you.
He'd probably be the funniest.
Yep. Declan's hilarious. I knew Carson and Emma wouldn't want to do it, but here's the crazy thing that I never thought would happen. My wife wants to do some, so that's crazy. So we'll get her on here hopefully sometime. I'll post links to the Patreon for the behind the scenes of The Office. Some people have been asking about seeing video of The Office, so we took a video of that, and I'll post the extra footage that we're going to be watching with him of some more Sting stuff. So again, all of our social media accounts, we have got the QR codes, so be sure to scan those. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and we'll be back with you next week. Next Friday, another episode will drop, and every Friday from here on out, you can watch them on our Patreon. Patreon, $5 a month to subscribe to get the full video. Hopefully we'll have the video stuff worked out where it won't keep freezing on us. Our YouTube, it will be available a week later on YouTube just for the audio only. So yeah, Patreon, check us out. Anything else you want to say?
No.
For once in his life, he is lost for words. Catch you guys next week. Thank you so much.
Nah.